You are listening to Unstoppable Actors, the essential podcast for ambitious, aspiring actors. With me, Louise, the artistic director of Standby Method Acting Studio. And every week, I'll be talking with you and sharing how you can become a paid, working, unstoppable actor, because you 1000% can. An acting career is doable. Are you ready? Hello and welcome to another episode of Unstoppable Actors. I'm so excited, as always, to go through today's episode with you, which is uncovering the one thing that is holding you back from truly immersing into the role. And what I mean by that is feeling, not just feeling every inch of the character from your head to your toes, but actually expressing the character that has been laid out in the script. Now, if you are new to the Unstoppable Actors podcast, welcome. It is so good to have you here. And if you are returning, welcome back. If you don't know who I am, I'm Louise. I'm the founder and artistic director of Standby Method Acting Studio, and I'm coming into my 13th year. Can you believe it? 13 years, I can't, of coaching actors of all levels. And what I do is I take unknown actors who have got not much of a profile or no profile at all in the industry. They've usually got a blank CV. They've just got a passion for acting. They know this is what they want to do. They can't do anything else. They come to me for coaching and I help them improve their acting skills to such a point that they have got cast in things like Amazon Prime films, Netflix dramas, well-known TV soaps, stage plays, and they have been signed by some incredible, reputable agents in the industry. And I can help you do the same as well. Now, what I want to let you know before we go into this episode is that our course, Total Character Immersion, is open for enrolment, but there are only 2 days left to enroll. Now, there are only 6 exercises that you need to be able to create a character from scratch and then immerse in them and express them as the playwright wanted. And these are the exercises that we go through in Total Character Immersion. And of course, you get my feedback in there as well. You get my coaching. Now, you've got a discount code available, which will give you 10% off of the course price. And that discount code is Unstoppable Actor, all in capitals and no spaces. So if you click the link underneath this episode, you can grab one of the last remaining places, but you've only got 2 days to be able to do that. So go and do that and then come back to the episode. Okay, are we ready to dive in then? So what is this one thing that holds so many actors back from truly immersing in the role laid out in the script? Can you guess? It's unawareness. Do you know what I mean when I'm saying unawareness? What I mean by this is unawareness of how you're expressing and portraying characters. It is very, very, very difficult to know whether you're on the right track or whether you're going off track when you only have yourself trying to connect to the character with no outside objective eyes on your work. That's obvious, isn't it? But I want to dive into this idea of unawareness a little bit deeper because there are 4 things I've laid out in this episode for you of where I see actors of all levels. This is not just complete newbies. This is even actors who are regularly auditioning being completely unaware of in the character development process. So the first thing that I see actors being completely unaware of is where they've actually missed clues in the script that aren't being expressed through the character. Now, these could be really subtle character clues, such as a personality trait that doesn't seem obvious on the first read, the second read, or the third read. So it's really important that you are reading the script with a fine-tooth comb and you are finding all of the clues, because the clues build up this picture of who this character is, which is then your job to put those clues into your body and express them. The second thing that I see actors being completely unaware of is where they've actually misinterpreted character traits. So, for example, you might be playing them as quite timid when in fact they've actually got a quiet confidence. And it just needs a slight move of the needle for you to then express that character truthfully for what's been laid out in the script. The third one, and this is the biggest piece of unawareness that I see in a large majority of actors, And it's where they're laying more of themselves on the character rather than rather than playing the character that's been given in the script. So this means that if you're doing this, you're behaving, acting, and talking in ways that you would, not necessarily how the character would. And this is where a lot of actors get really confused with Stanislavski's magic if, which I have actually covered in a previous podcast episode. So laying more of yourself on top of the character rather than playing the character given in the script is the most common misinterpretation of the character that I see. And that's where actors are really, really, really unaware. And then the fourth one is where you're getting stuck in patterns. You are so unaware that you are getting stuck in performance patterns that keep cropping up in every character that you play. So maybe you get an audition and then maybe you get cast in something and then maybe you just practice something at home and then you get another audition. But you are playing out the same performance patterns in each of the characters and you're very unaware of it. Now, an example of this is playing things very big or not finding the light and shade in the character, or keeping everything so tightly contained in this character that nothing is coming across. And what I mean by that is you're trying so hard to play it natural and to sound like it's a natural way of speaking and a natural way of being, that despite the fact that you're feeling the emotions that the character's going through, just nothing is reading because it looks very, 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 very small. It looks like nothing's going on. So unawareness is the number one thing that holds you back from immersing into the role. And those 4 things that I've dived into are the 4 main things that I see when an actor is unaware of when the character is not the character that has been written in the script. So I want you to be really mindful of that the next time you pick up a script. Now, there are 2 ways that you can combat this. The first one is you have got to improve your script analysis skills. This is a non-negotiable. You have to get good at this. If you know this is one of your blind spots, one of your weaknesses, this is where you need to work. And you can do this at home or you can do this via a course. But you have got to get good at script analysis. That means being able to uncover not just the obvious clues that are in the script, but the really subtle ones that are well hidden as well. And then the second thing is you have got to get feedback on your acting. And I'm not talking about getting feedback from another actor. You should never be asking another actor for feedback on your work. And as an actor yourself, you shouldn't be offering other actors feedback on their work. Never tell another actor how to act. What you actually want is feedback from a coach who will give you honest, objective, constructive feedback, and they will tell you how to overcome the blind spots and the weaknesses in your performances. They will actually give you exercises to do that, because it is really hard for you to see your own performance objectively because you're in it. And another actor can't give you exercises to work with unless they're a coach themselves. Now, if you want my feedback, I would love to give you my feedback on your character work. And you can get that in Total Character Immersion. And you will also improve your script analysis skills too, because we go through this in modules 2 and 3. And we go through it in a very easy to understand way, so it's not overwhelming. Because the thing about this is you can't know whether you're on the right track if you're not practicing your skills, and then you're not getting feedback, and then you don't have techniques in place to improve these blind spots. And this is what Total Character Immersion gives you. You get given the exercises in the pre-recorded acting lessons, and then in the live classes you come to me and I work with you and I coach you and I give you feedback on what you're doing. Now, there are 2 days left to enroll, as I've already said. And you've got a discount code which gives you 10% off. This is the lowest cost way that you can get method acting training and you can get my personal feedback on your work. This is not an expensive course if money worries you. So all you need to do is click the link underneath this podcast episode, go to the enrollment page, and then where it asks for a discount code, type in Unstoppable Actor, all in capital letters with no spaces, and you will get 10% off of the price that you see. And I would absolutely love to coach you. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I hope you are really thinking about your character work now and, you know, where you might be unaware and what your blind spots are with your own character work. I hope to see you in Total Character Immersion. and I will also see you in the next episode.
I have absolutely loved hanging out with you, and I really hope you enjoyed this episode of Unstoppable Actors, the essential podcast for ambitious, aspiring actors. Now, if you did, I'd really love you to subscribe so you never miss an episode, and leave a review. And if you would like weekly injections of inspiration, you'd like mini method acting challenges to keep you making progress with your dreams, come and join the most supportive acting community online by clicking the link in the notes to help you become an unstoppable actor.